Hi there, Victor Pross speaking to you, Anarchist Artist. Okay, today we're going to talk about the whole issue of public schooling and the general perception of public school and what it's and how it's seen by the general public. And of course, as far as the general public is concerned, public schooling is an absolute necessity. That it's a benevolent service that was offered by the government, because the government's ultimate function in society is to the betterment of people, for the leading of a people, for the intellectual and physical well-being, the protection of property, and to offer such services as medical care and education, and this is the purpose of the government, and that is the function of government officials, is to serve the common good of the people. This is the standard garden variety perception of what the government or the state is all about, and and of course. It's the anarchist that can see through all of this, that it's that the whole thing is a rigged system, that the ultimate well-being of the population is not what the lawgivers and the politicians' goals are, and that public schooling is one such example of an institution that was designed to serve the ruling elite and not for the well-being of children or parents, and that the facts, the historical facts, are on the side of the anarchist. Not just the anarchist, as basic libertarian theorists. There's a lot of people who do believe in, who are minarchists, who do believe in a constitutionally based limited government, but perhaps would disagree with the whole idea of the state having an exclusive control over the education of children. They would have other functions that they might designate to the as far as the minarchist is concerned. But generally, so it's not necessarily just limited to being an anarchist perception. But let's just take a look at the history of public schooling to see who is on the right side of this issue. Let's say the libertarian/anarchist in opposition to the garden variety statist. So, looking at the history as far as North America is concerned, getting to the roots of where public schooling came from, was a man by the name of Horace Mann. He is the father of the American public school system. He studied a wide variety of educational models before implementing the Prussian system designed by Frederick the Great, who created a system that was engineered to teach obedience and thereby solidifying his control. He sought to indoctrinate the nation, and to do so from a very early age. Enter public schooling. And it was Horace Mann chose the Prussian model, and it was this model that was perpetrated throughout the early 20th century by so-called social efficiency theorists who sought to industrialize the educational process for the benefit of the ruling elite. So, of course, the propaganda that we're all subject to, as I've touched on already, is that if it weren't for the state, we would have legions of illiterate children who could perhaps not even tie their bootlaces, but so God bless their rosy apple cheeks, we have public schooling to ensure that they have the skills to meet the challenges of life. This is the common view. It's hilarious, man. It's so fucking sad that this is the common view. And the reason why I can be so cocksure is because it's just a historical fact that this is the root of public schooling. It's not a theory. It's not my fucking opinion. It's the facts. It's the historical facts that can be accessed by anybody. All this information is a fucking click away. There is no excuse. No fucking excuse to be ignorant on this. The roots of public schooling. And it's a sad fact that too many people consider the public education system to be a sacred cow of sorts, and any critical examination of it is viewed as an attack on the poor or an attack on children. Oh, fuck, man. But there's too many people who just do not have the factual knowledge of the origins, the history, the goals of public education in North America. And the fact is that the government-controlled school system was founded upon authoritarian ambitions. And to that end, the Prussian educational system sought to take education out of the hands of family, and basically at that time had 5 key goals in mind. It was to create obedient workers for the mines, obedient soldiers for the army, well-subordinated civil servants to government, well-subordinated clerks to industry, and citizens who thought alike about major issues. So you have that nationalization of the mind. You identify yourself as a Canadian, or as an American, or you're a British citizen. Be proud of your country. So that's the whole brain fuck that we all get into. We're not born thinking this way. We don't come into the world out from the womb, and as our growth goes along, naturally think about such things as nationalism and being proud of your country and all this jingoistic bullshit. This is completely as a process. We are the products of indoctrination. Of course we are. Yeah, and it took a lot of introspection for me to come to these conclusions and to contrast it against the facts, so it all gelled together in a logical, holistic whole. So I saw through the fucking bullshit. And you can too. That's the good news here. So keep that in mind. The only purpose of the system is to make you think a certain way, and if you're smart, aware, and aware, you can see the hypocrisy and the abuse in the system. It's all there to see. Victor Pross signing out. Anarchist Artist. Pop goes the culture.